Okay, share my screen. There. I think I should be good. I hope. Can everyone see? Anybody, somebody, someone, although we sort of kind of miss out on the live. Well, that's what I recorded, so that's good. All right, let's see what we got. Start up now. You see it. Okay. Hard rules. So we're talking about God trades. What's a God trade? It's a reversal at a predictable place. That's it. It's a reversal at a predictable place. So normally you're like, it's a ranging day, no trend. And ranging day is going to be 70% of the days. So this works great on ranging days because it's heavy on the reversals. So you have two reversal types, one where you continue a trend and one where you just completely reverse. And then you have a Bollinger Band gap, which is over here. So that's a gap at the Bollinger Band, which indicates that price is in a hurry to continue onward to whatever direction it is. So, hard rules about this. You're going to have 5 to 10 per ticker every day. So you can use the YouTube stream as a trial and error, right? To sort of watch it, see if you can spot it. And the good news is you don't have to really pay any attention until it comes next to a Bollinger Band or a line. So if it's in the middle of the Bollinger Band, there's no volume imbalances anywhere. Who gives a shit? I don't even pay attention. I'm doing other stuff. So 5 to 10 God trades a day per ticker. If you have all 4 tickers up on the stream, that's 40 opportunities a day. But that's going to be serious multitasking. So there you go. All right, the God trade stop loss is a single candle. So when we have the God trade happening, I'm going to have a stop loss at the back of the candle, right? The back of the candle. So if I got in on this candle, that's my stop loss. If I got in on this candle, that's my stop loss. So, and the one bad thing that's going to be your enemy forever and ever and ever is going to be break even. Because you've seen me at least 4 or 5 times this week only have a God trade and I go break even too quick, and then it comes and it swipes it and it hits my break even and it forces me the fuck out of the trade. So keep it at one candle. And I do see a lot of people that are like, they have a God trade. Not a lot of people. A couple of people have said done a God trade and it didn't work out and they had one stop and then they blew their account. If you're blowing your account with a single candle stop, you've got a problem. You need to seriously not over leverage that much. So you should get 3 to 4 full stops if you trade the entire 6.5 hour session. You will get stopped out 3 times minimum, right? If you trade all the hours. And that's okay because that's only 3 candles. And if you're not getting 3 candles profit with this, something's fucking wrong. All right. The average God trade profit should exceed the 3 candles needed to make up for the stops. Again, if you're so over leveraged that a single candle stop kills you, you got to stop doing that. You're just killing yourself with that shit. All right. So if you read end of day, you fucked up something. Right. If you read at the end of the day, something horrible happened because you can't sit here and have 10 opportunities and you can't make 3 candles profit. All right. And again, break even is your worst enemy. You will increase your profits by 20% if you just stop going break even. If you just stop doing it. Because I got swept a lot this week, right? Because I did it. So I'm not supposed to do that. So if you're scared of losing the trade, go fix yourself. So that addresses me for the most part. All right. Let's not combine strategy. Let's go to the BB gap, Bollinger Band gap. Price is pushing against the Bollinger Band and then it snaps back and forms a gap. All right. So we have a gap going and moving. Let me move this, speaking of which. So I have samples right here. So here we go. We got this. So watch right here. I got it at 2x. Maybe I'll turn it to 3x. Oh, shit. There you go. All right. So you got right here, and this candle's forming, and then the candle has a gap. So let's reverse back to the candle forming. So we're up here. The candle forms. We're pushing against the Bollinger Band. I know you can't see it, but if you look at the lower left, at the NQ, you can see this. This is as fast as I can make it go. So you can see this candle forming here against a Bollinger Band, and then it's going to dump a gap. So when it dumps a gap, I would immediately start trading it. Now you can visibly see this gap, and this example shows that let me pause it, that the candle right here, the one that just formed, has a shaved end to it, like the bottom, the close is shaved. Shaved candle means the close has no wick, and that means that price is going that direction pretty hard, right? So green never had a chance to push up or do anything with this candle. All red just dominated the fucking thing, and it closed with a shaved candle. That's a beautiful thing. And if you can get, because we're assuming when you push off from a Bollinger Band and drop a gap, we're assuming that that's going to be, you're in a hurry. So let's actually watch the price action here. I have a shaved close on that candle. I can visibly see a gap, so I would get in the trade here. And that's one thing that's hard to explain. Next week, we'll have another class about how to read price action as it's forming. So how to read dynamic candles, basically. But for now, just know that right here, we have a solid-ass red candle. It's an engulfing, meaning it's bigger than the green candle before it. And I can visibly see a gap, and it's red, forming. I'm going to go ahead and get in. Fuck it. I'm going to get in this. I can visibly see the gap. It's forming. Let's go. Punk here. I'm in the trade. The back of this first candle here is my stop. I'm going to let it ride. So you can see red has total dominance. Look at this. Red. It's pushing red. It's pushing red. It's pushing red. This is great. This is a great trade. Red is dominant as shit. Like normally you'd see green take over and it push way the fuck up. You'd have a big wick. You just don't see that here. You just see red, more red, more red. Let's fast forward. What did we get? We got an absolute shitload of profit. Now let's look at these other candles, right? That trade was a fucking insane trade. Let's look at these other candles. And I'm in it from where the volume imbalance actually started forming. Look at the candles. Shaved end, shaved close. Shaved close, shaved close, shaved close. It's fucking retarded. This is insane. This is where you talk about prices in a hurry, and I want to catch this. This is the prime example of that, because that really makes it happen. All right. So what if you have a doji? We got a big red candle, and then we got a doji from the other end, and then I got a gap in there. That's still a gap, but it doesn't look like it's in that much of a hurry. Why? In this particular case, you have a massive red candle. That's a final dump, right? That's the red team going to the goal. They're pushing everything that they can to get that fucking goal. Like they're really pushing as hard as they can. And then boom, you have this big final candle. Why is the green so small? Why is the green a doji? Because green has not caught up yet. It's green's turn, right? But we got to get some people on the fucking field. We got to figure out who's got the injury. We got to fix it. We got to do all this stuff. So green is not just going to jump in and score a touchdown immediately, right? Green is going to sit there, and it's going to take a minute. That's why a lot of times you reversals, you'll see good action, doji, opposite action. So that's what you kind of see there. All right, so let's look at the second example here. And what do we got real quick? All right, here we go. So we got good action. So let's look at the bottom left here. I'm hitting the London, right? I'm hitting the London low here. And that's a reversal point. And that comes back to what this next slide talks about here. Like, what can you combine as a strategy? For the most part, shit that doesn't show reversals is going to be useless for this strat. It may be great for if you're doing something else, but if you're using my strat, it's focused on reversals. I do care what the trend is, But I don't just sit there and just worship the fucking trend with this, right? Like, oh wow, this it went red. The reason is because in the middle of the day the trend reverses, and now you're in a ranging day. So I trade reversal. So can you combine strategies? Yes, you can combine bounce lines, and that would be greatest nothings lines, my lines, kill pips lines, trader smarts lines. You throw a rock, and there's 100,000 different people selling lines. But that's good, right? Gamma, delta, zeta, zeta, quartinka, whatever. Every time that you have a line and it's going to hit that line and bounce, yeah, that's going to be some extra evidence. But if you have like a volume profile up, that's not doing you any favors. It's more shit to think about. And even worse, if you're ADD and you have too much shit to think about, you're not even using my method anymore. You're just like, oh, I heard over the somebody talking about this one thing. Let me go ahead and try it. Don't come back to me and tell me this doesn't work. Don't come back here and say it doesn't work. If you're using stuff that doesn't make any sense to use with this, and the only stuff to use with this is going to be again gamma, delta, bounce lines. We got greatest nothing kill pips posted free for NQ every day. I got some for ES and all this other shit. So, have some confirmation, but have a confirmation with a bounce. So look at the bounce here. We're hitting the London line. And again, hey, I'm looking for a bounce. It's a major line, right? Because if you look over here to the left, I just bounced off of my zone. So we got some good bounces going. Bounce off a zone. Oh, look, we got a gap here. I'll take that. Here we go. We bounce off the London line this time. And then if you fast forward it, it's going to have a gap when it opens. Now, this is not as strong as a gap as it before, but it's still a gap. So here's your gap. When I say it's not as strong, the reason is because red ran a full touchdown. You got red, 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 and we were in that trade too. Red, 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 red. Red is just killing the field right now. It gets tired. It gets its touchdown down here. It's exhausted. What do you get? You get a beautiful trend, doji, doji, doji. And you want to see stuff like that. I want to see a doji. I want to see some confusion at the line. I want to see a lot of good things here. And when I see that and I have a gap in the Bollinger, I'm hitting that. I'm hitting that hard, right? And two, if you look over here at ES, which is kind of a mirror of NQ, sort of, kind of, you have a gap here too. And you have a buy signal over here too. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different confirmations, including doji, 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 engulfing candle big. Going through here is just a good fucking trade. It's just a good trade. Now, there's another thing that you run into here. What if I'm in a great trade and then I have another great trade right after it? I'm in this great trade down, and when do I get out of it? When do I take profit? And for me, that's going to be at some sort of a predictable place, right? Like a London low, got a trampoline, we're reversing. I'm going to take some fucking profit here and maybe hit reverse, whatever. So that's going to be how I trade that. Any questions anybody has other than me talking? Yes, no, somewhat slightly other way, sort of, kind of. No, yes, okay. So let's do this one. We're going to hit this. Now, if you look at the bottom left, you'll see that this is the shittiest, and I mean the shittiest, green trend in history. What do you see? Like, you just look at this, you're like, man, we're hanging out in a 5-point range. It's not reaching up and getting the two white lines. It's not filling them yet, right? What I'd like to see is it fills both these lines and then reverses, because it looks like the last line's right there. What it's going to do, it's going to reverse on this line. So it's still applicable, right? But again, the shittiest green trend ever. Doji, 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 doji. Fuck me. Personally, I would dodge this. This is a terrible green trend. Now, could that mean because it's ready to go red? Maybe. And I'm definitely willing to accept that, but it looks right now like green has no volume, no incentive, no reason to live at this point. And that's me adjusting the chart, apparently. So if we fast forward here, you can look, you can see the green stopped and we got red. Red's coming in, red's trying to dominate. I would get in the trade here. This looks decent. This looks decent. This looks decent. That's a lot of green pushback. A lot of green pushback. Here you go. We got a gap forming. I can sort of see it if it closes red. In the trade we go. We filled, okay, we filled this volume imbalance. We printed a red candle with an equal high. What is an equal high? It means that you're jammed up into the fucking Bollinger Band pretty hard. You're in the Bollinger Band, like there's a lot of stress. And what you did is the green candle closed at the precise level that the red candle took over. That's an equal high. So this is the exact price from the close of the green to the open of the red. Now I have an absolute, really good-looking reversal. Is it an engulfing? No. Does it look good? Does it have a shaved close to it? Yes. Looks decent. It looks decent. And again, your stop is that small-ass fucking candle right there. So can I eat? Can I eat this small candle stop if I turn around and then I trade the next thing, which is going to be what? This red over here, right? The red over here. Red here. What if I trade this over here? That's a hell of a lot more than 3 candles. That's a hell of a lot more than 3 candles. Let's see, even if you took the green off of that, let's see if that actually worked.
Wait, you don't write anything down?
Oh, Jesus. Apparently it's going to jam an ad in there. Okay, but anyway, you get the idea. So this is called an equal high. This is a great resolution and a great reversal signals. What are my reversal signals? An equal high, a trampoline, hitting a line and reversing. But I do want to see a closed, a shaved close. Be great. All right, let's do the late bloomer. We close a couple of volume imbalances, and then we just sort of chill out for a while. And then we get a red engulfing candle with a shaved close. That's beautiful reversal. And it's in a zone. It's in the Trader Smart's line in the sand zone. So I got a reversal indicator. I got a reversal spot. We filled 3, not just 1, but 3 volume imbalances. 1, 2, 3. Green had to get one last kick in the shin in here, right? One last little bit. Boom, red takes over. And red takes over strong. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, decent green, monster red. It's red's turn. Monster ass red. So we go over here for 29 seconds. I think that's it. That is it. Is it? No, that's not late bloomer. Or is it? Here it is, late bloomer. Here it is up here. All right, so look at the upper right on this one. So look at the upper right. Here we go. Let's look at the price action. We got it at 2x. Okay, so we filled these volume imbalances here, if you look at the upper right. And I'm kind of excited at this point if I'm like watching this, right? I'm like, yo, man, this is a green trend. We're hauling ass up here. We filled these volume imbalances. I'm looking for a reversal. Do I see anything so far? Not really. I do see shitty green, shitty green, shitty green. And here comes red. Here comes red's fucking around. It's not red's turn yet, or is it? We wait, and it keeps going green. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get the red engulfing candle. Let's see how the red engulfing candle turns out here. Let's see how it blossoms out per se. Now I'm back where I fucking started. All right, so here's red. Let's kind of look at it live at the upper right. Red looking strong. I don't see any snapback. When I say snapback, that's when red's forming, right? Red's forming. It goes, snaps all the way back, forms a little more, snaps back, forms a little more, snaps back. I don't see that. I see create a candle, shaved close, straight to the next fucking candle. This is a great fucking trade. A great fucking trade. Look at the shaved close and a shaved open. So shaved close on the red, shaved open on the red. Again, I'm looking for, who's in charge here? And it's definitely red. Because I don't see any snapback. I don't see it going up. It just looks like it's just fucking dominating. absolute domination over here. So that's going to be your late bloomer. You close a couple of volume imbalances, and then you hit something, get an engulfing candle, and you have a nice day. All right. As I talked about before, we have dojis. What is the death of a trend? The death of a trend and a reversal or a pullback. It's going to be dojis, especially a green doji and a red trend, or red doji and a green trend. So here we have a green trend, green, 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 doji, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, red doji, shitty green, boom. Right? Boom, we have a nice red there. So endless dojis just means that we're not going anywhere. And it's a terrible place to trade. But we are at the back of this zone. This is a zone that I drew out. We have an inverted hammer shaved in. The next candle is shaved open. It's not bad. It's not bad, right? So another reversal sign. Now let's look at the no trade. And I think some people may be confused with this. Let's do something first. Let's do line bounce, line bounce. Here we have. We never really filled the fucking line. And in my opinion, I think we did. It just didn't reflect it in the price action for some reason. We never filled it. We never touched it. We got candle 1, it approaches the line and bounces off. Candle 2, it approaches the line and bounces off. Candle 3, ditto. They all have equal highs, and this looks like a great reversal. I would get in the minute the minute you got a couple of candles touching it, and then the next candle starts moving down, I'm going to get in. So the minute this candle right here, under number 3, 3.5 candle right here, the minute this starts forming, the minute it starts forming red, I'm in. Especially if it snaps up green right here, which it did, and then immediately snap back red. That's going to be a hot trade. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It never filled it, but it did bounce. Still valid. Let's look at the fill and continue. Same thing. Red, red, red. Look at how fucking strong red is. Like if you look at this and you're like, who's in charge? Who's the boss? Okay. Red is obliterating green. You have shaved close, shaved close, shaved close, shaved close. Huge fucking candles. Huge candle, huge candle, huge candle. Here's green's turn. What do you get? Shitty green. You get shitty green, right? Here's green, like, okay, we need to do something. What the fuck? We need to do something. And here we have at the top of my zone. It stops and it fills it, and then you get an inverted hammer. I would enter on the inverted hammer. And the stop on this, again, is fucking insane. Fucking insane stop. So you're from here to here. That's my stop. And if I get stopped out, again, you're going to have so many fucking candles throughout the day. You should be able to handle 3 candle stops. If you can't, something's horribly wrong. And the last thing about this is the no trade. What happens when it fills and it keeps fucking going? God bless it. I ain't trading that. You can. I'm not trading that. If it fills it and just keeps trucking along, maybe if I saw a good candle, but I don't see a good candle. I see great green, okay green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green. I'm not trading that. I mean, you can if you want. Maybe there's some theory that you can make up of, oh, what if it fills an imbalance and it keeps going? Because it did drop an imbalance at the same level it filled an imbalance, which is usually pretty good. But again, I'm betting on green. Right? I'm betting on green. Like if I go to the roulette table and the whole fucking thing is black except for one little thing and there's one red there, I'm not going to bet on red. I'm going to get obliterated at the fucking roulette table. That's what you're looking at here. I got shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green, shitty green. I'm not betting any money on this. I'm putting any money at all on that, even if it did fill and continue. So maybe there's a theory out there if you want to run through, and that comes to the final piece here. Use my stream to your advantage. You don't have to set up replay. You don't have to set up 10 different apps. You don't have to concern yourself with fucking all of this stuff. You don't even have to have a fucking computer. You can sit there on your fucking phone, watch the stream. Watch the stream and mentally go, oh man, it's coming up to the volume and balance, right? Because right here on ES, in this screenshot, am I going to be trading that for a volume and balance? No, there's not a fucking one on there. I'll scan around maybe for a BB gap, But right now, ES is off limits. It's sideways as shit. No volume imbalance is in sight, right? What about up here on oil? It's coming down to this volume imbalance right here. Maybe I'll look at what happens when it hits it. We're kind of going sideways, so it's probably not. It's probably going to suck. I mean, the best thing you want is an attack angle. You go straight down like you're landing a plane. You hit it, you touch and go, and you take back off. That's what I want to see. I do not want to see price hanging out for 3 years in the same 7 points, and then it goes, oh, it dropped an imbalance. You can trade that. I probably am not going to trade that. If it's that bad, I'm not going to trade it, right? So I'm going to be reading a book. I'm going to be browsing the web. I'm going to be painting or something until this oil hits the volume imbalance. Other than that, I'm just kind of sitting here chilling. There's nothing to trade right here. Maybe it bounces off this level. That's not a God trade, right? So, any questions? What should you do here? I mean, there's a gap between the green candle with the big ass arrow and the next candle. That's a big green arrow. It's off to the pixel, to the fucking pixel, off of a bounce line, off of a zone. The minute, I mean, that's a different trade. That's a different trade, but it does drop a volume imbalance after the arrow, and that is the worst candle ever to do it. I would still click and give it a shot. I would be very picky at that point. I'd be like, yo, if I see any fucking red at all, I'm out of this, you know? So, I mean, that's just me. But yeah, if it bounces to the pixel off of a prediction line or off a zone, I'm going to be in that trade because the arrow appears as the candle's forming. So you have an arrow. This is, again, not a God trade, but you have an arrow forming, and then you have green merging up from a predictable bounce spot. I'm clicking. I'm fucking clicking that. I'm clicking that. When would I get out? I'd get out right at this red candle up here when it starts fucking around here. And this red candle here, one of these red candles that looks like it's about to take over. Inverted hammer, inverted hammer, inverted hammer. Red's fucking around. Red's fucking around with green over here, right? I mean, red's not scoring any goals here, clearly. But red's fucking around with green. You got an inverted hammer over here. It's like you go out, you know, and you're like, you want to go to this restaurant? Well, somebody got mugged there like last week. And before that, this dude got stabbed. You know, probably not going to go there. Probably not going to go there. But red is definitely showing a little bit of dominance here. And then it just fucking extrudes it through here. So, yeah. There's also the question of, should I get out of a trade, or should I take an opposite trade or something? Stay in the fucking trade until you get to the other side of the Bollinger Band, right? So that's just me. Any more questions? Pat Man, you're the only one who's asking questions. Any more questions from anybody? Nope. Okay. Thank you for joining. Have fun. See you next time.
Thank you.
Yep.